Well, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to the Olympia here in Liverpool. Barry Hearn for Matchroom Sport, in association with Tommy Gilmore, presents for your entertainment 10 rounds of boxing in the bantamweight division. Sponsored here by the Thistle Hotel Liverpool and PokerMillion.com for a great game of online poker. A very warm welcome to our viewers joining us live here on Sky Sports. It's Friday Fight Night. All the officials have been appointed by the British Boxing Board of Control. Here present with us at ringside, Area Representative Mr. Richard Jones. Our doctors, Dr. Lamb, Dr. Sim and Dr. Sahu. Our inspectors, Steve Ray, Richard Peer and Andy Morris. And our timekeeper at the bell is Mr. Gary Grennan. The referee in charge of the action is Mr. Keith Garner. They were the officials, and here are the contestants. Firstly, and introducing to you, he's fighting out of the red corner. He wears the dark red trunks trimmed with black, weighed in at 8 stone 4.5 pounds, and brings a 16-fight record. 12 wins, 4 inside, and 4 losses. He is the British title challenger. Would you please welcome from Hackney, East London, Ian Dappa Napa. And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the white trunks trimmed with green, weighing in at 8 stone 3.5 pounds, bringing a 23-fight record, 21 wins, 10 inside, the scheduled distance, and just 2 losses. Coming to the ring as the British, Commonwealth and European former flyweight champion and the reigning IBO super flyweight champion of the world from Belfast, Northern Ireland, it's Damaen Kelly. So sports fans and Friday Fight Night fans, here we go then. 10 rounds of boxing in the bantamweight division.
Right, I want a good clean contest. Shake hands now, commence from the last round. Good luck.
Hastily arranged but tasty-looking bantamweight battle featuring 2 of our more skilled operators. Damaen Kelly hoping for another crack at a world crown, must sharpen his tools tonight. But Ian Dappa, with nothing to lose, will be seeking out the upset that his last few performances have been promising, as yet not delivered. Needs a win. 21 days since Dappa last appeared, 344 since Kelly's. And Glenn, who do you think will settle quicker in this tactical affair?
Well, I'm sure Kelly is going to be pretty keyed up. He was due to have a very big fight for the world title, and instead he's got this, so he should be sharp, he should be ready to go, and plenty of energy. So I'm expecting him to make a pretty sharp start.
He has trained doggedly as ever in Belfast. Meant to be in Australia, fighting the very good IBF flyweight champion Victor Chinian. But that show was called off, so now he's up at bantamweight. Will that be an issue against possibly physically stronger Ian Dappa? And Nappa's in such good form.
Dappa is in good form, but just looking at the 2 of them size-wise, Kelly actually looks the bigger man. Quite tall, he's got the reach advantage over Dappa, and should be in very good form.
Yeah, stands at 5'5", has about 4 inches in reach, already getting hold of the center of the ring, pumping out that jab. Dappa looking for the quick counters, likes to get into a rhythm. This could be really good to watch.
Well, we're expecting a good boxing contest. Both excelled at the amateur game, especially Kelly, who won almost everything. So the skills should really be on show here.
World-class amateur. He's only lost twice in 8 hard professional years, Damaen Kelly, but he is 32. And Dappa 5 years younger.
And this is a really good opportunity for Dappa, who is in great shape. Fought just a few weeks ago, was straight out running and back in the gym after that contest, so he's going to be ready as well. So this is a good matchup.
Sharp-looking jabs from Damaen Kelly, who's straight down to business. Wants to take it round by round. Body shot on the move, looking good. All left hook to the body as well from Kelly. He's made a fast, positive start here to this bantamweight fight.
He's sharp, he's moving round the ring well. That was a good round for Kelly.
Very warm welcome back to the Olympia in Liverpool, famous old auditorium. Jack Johnson once fought an exhibition here before the First World War. Tonight, Damaen Kelly in a vital fight for his career. Keep it up at the top level. He needs to shine against the useful Ian Dappa. Dazzling skills at time he's shown us. The smallest professional boxer in Britain at 5'1" from Hackney. He's going through a bit of a purple patch since returning to the ring after a 3-year absence.
Kelly looking to move round the ring, use the sharp jab. Just fell short there with a quick right hand counter.
Few gave Ian Dappa much of a chance of taking the British bantamweight title off Martin Power, but he gave such a good display of himself and was so fresh. And you're right in saying, Glenn, he was out on the roads the next day. 3 weeks later, he's back for more. This is good.
Well, how's he going to handle the slick boxing of Kelly? He's got to try and get in and work hard. Kelly will be using the skills in and out, picking up the points with that jab.
He's got to work a way of getting past the fast hands, the tools, the ability of the former British, Commonwealth and European flyweight champion. Out of the top draw, Kelly was an exceptional amateur and looking to remain in world class.
Napa trying with the right hand to the body, but it's still the sharp punches from Kelly that are the more attractive.
Can be a little ineffective at the beginning of fights, Napa. Can take time getting into it. This only scheduled for 10, not 12 tonight. So can't afford to lose any rounds. Left hand counter there as Kelly fell in.
Break. One step back. One step back. Say break.
Battle of the jabs at this point in the round. They're just nullifying each other's work because of their good technical skills. Kelly slightly busier in there.
They have the edge in speed, being the natural flyweight, although Napa has fought at 8 stone, but very much a bantamweight now. Chess match here in Liverpool. Brian Lawrence, Ian Napa's new trainer. They've built up a good relationship very quickly. Likeable character, isn't he, Napa?
Yes, he is, and Brian Lawrence in the corner. Just wanting him to relax more, feels he's a bit tense and therefore missing with his shots, and feels the opportunity will come.
Wants him to warm into this. Did start a 3-1 against underdog Ian Dappa, but you get the feeling that if he can get his boxing together and frustrate Kelly, maybe even cut Kelly, the fragile skin of the Irishman, well known, might just give him some confidence, Napa. Still with no knockouts on the record, Ian Dappa. Not a puncher. Always have to do it the hard and long way.
Well, you think if this is going to be the battle of the jab, Kelly will be the sharper. But I'm sure, you know, they'll start getting together as they get tired. That's where Napa might get more and more into this fight.
Trying to throw out that jab, Napa. Did get caught by a couple of right hands from Kelly, and he shook his head. Bit of kidology. Normally shown a pretty good chin, but he was stopped by Peter Culshaw, Ian Dappa, in the first stage of his career.
Now we're getting through with a nice little uppercut in there when they were in close. Just made Kelly back off and get back to the boxing.
Just stretching a bit though, Napa, isn't he? And it's a bit more control from Kelly.
Well, I think that's because Napa has to, really. He's just a shorter, little out of reach, so he's got to lunge in. Kelly, that more poised in his approach.
Five-time Irish amateur champion, Damaen Kelly. Done everything in the game, really, apart from win a world title. He had a chance against Irene Pacheco in Colombia, but he couldn't take that. Dismantled by body shots. But he wants another one. He wants another crack. And he plants that body shot in on Napa.
Well, we've seen some master boxing from Kelly. Some very good defensive work, just right in front of Napa when he bobbed and waved and then come up. Again, he does the same thing, just lowers his height, gets under the punches, and looks classy in doing it.
Napa did try a left hook to the body of Kelly. He's normally so compact and tight and difficult to hit cleanly, so it's made him pretty effective over the years.
I'd love to do it. That's all right.
Damaen Kelly, having started this
Okay, here we go.
extremely well, Glenn.
Let's get out here.
Yeah,
Keep
Michael Hawkins in the corner. He's quite pleased with the way this work is going from Kelly.
The man from Belfast, Northern Ireland,
Seconds out.
fighting very much for an old hero of his, George Best. Tonight, emotional night in sport, and Kelly wanting to put on a show, and he's doing that at the moment against Londoner Ian Dappa in the red and black trunks, the same trunks he wore just 3 weeks ago at the York Hall in Bethnal Green for that perler of a British bantamweight title fight with Martin Power. Different ball game with Damaen Kelly. That's a good right hand, though.
Well, that's what he's got to try and find, and then build on it. Somehow he's got to try and get in range, and then work when he's in that close zone. That's when he's got to get his combinations on. Just try and rough up the style. A good right hand there from Napa.
That's better from Ian Dappa. Starting to find the range, connect with his punches. Did actually have Martin Power in a big spot of bother in the 9th round, even though he's not a big puncher. Maybe at bantamweight he feels stronger, Ian Dappa. But is he good enough? Is he classy enough to win this fight?
Well, he's finally made Kelly think a little bit in there, caught him with a couple of good shots and just starting to find his timing. Napa, the jab's starting to work much better.
He's moving his head, Napa, cocking his right arm and looking for that fast overhand. It's a good tactic, it seems.
Yep, working well in this round. Defense is very good, and then a lovely right hand. You see the timing really coming together now from Napa.
Brian Lawrence wanted him to warm to the task. And Ian Dappa is having his best little spell of the fight.
Pushing out that jab, really nice. Just see no effort in there, it's just loose. Just pushes it out there, and it's caught Kelly.
Just frustrated Kelly. Stopped the rhythm that he'd eased into, and Napa on the front foot, backing up the Irishman. And a really good round.
Well, this has changed things a little bit. Kelly trying to get back in behind that jab, but Napa found his rhythm, worked very well, and got some of the best punches of the fight so far in this round.
And needed to, Glenn, at this stage.
Yeah, he did, but that was good from Napa.
You see the way I beat this guy, and I got fight him on the inside, yeah? When you go in and just keep moving your head on the way in. Take away.
Yep, a happier Brian Lawrence with James Cook there.
There's the right hand. A good one from Napa. The left hook went in. Napa just thinking about that shot. And then quickly brought the right hand over. And Kelly just had to think about it. Good right hand, nice and relaxed. And you see the difference there when he's not snatching, when he's not tense. Then he just pushes the punches out. They're much better. Now they're starting to catch Kelly.
Take a wee step here, a wee step there, and get him, because he's loading his stance. You get him to move his stance, and that takes a part of the shot. All right, look. You know all that anyway. Get up there, let's go.
Michael Hawkins. Been with Damaen Kelly for so long, you know all that. Put it into practice. Here's the 5th round, the Irish colours of Damaen Kelly, white and green. In fight number 24, he's won 21 of them, but is in his 33rd year. Ian Dappa looking for his 13th win in 16. Hasn't had a big win, Dappa, for quite some time, possibly going back to a Southern Area triumph some 6 years ago. He's been in big fights, but he's lost them. Can he find a way to win?
Nice to hear the relationship between Michael Hawkins and Damaen Kelly. The fact that he knows him so well, he doesn't have to school him anymore. He knows it all. He's done it all before, been right the way through the game.
Never out of shape, Damaen Kelly. He's had to go and find a job in this last year, working in a factory manufacturing alloy wheels. And he's quite happy doing that. He's got 3 kids to feed. He knows there is a life outside of boxing, but he wants that one more chance. And I think he deserves it, Glenn, doesn't he?
Oh, he definitely does. Let's hope he can get that in the new year, the opportunity to box for the world title. But first things first, boxing is not always fair. And Ian Dappa wants to get a win here. He was unlucky a few weeks ago, and he wants some justice.
Last 4 or 5 minutes, he's just beginning to rev himself up, Ian Dappa. Cross-arm defense, but he's trying to push Kelly back.
Good defensive work from Kelly. He's bobbing, weaving, moving backwards, out of range.
Out of range there, Dappa with his own quick jab. So compact, Kelly, at times, isn't he? Using those elbows.
Yeah, it's a real pleasure to watch, really good fighters like this use their skills. Box and move, and you see them parrying the shots, block the shots, then come back with the counters. It's technical, but it's very good.
Stand-up boxing skills we are showing tonight. It's a purist sort of fight. It's a very enjoyable one to watch and difficult to score.
Just changed his tactics. Kelly back in the fight, winning this round with some good boxing.
Completing the build-up then. Hatton against Mauser is the big one. Saturday night from 9. Replays Sunday 9 AM and again at noon. Call 08705 800 888 for information on this special event on Sky Box Office, or go to channel 740.
We've got a good one here. Trade fight, but it's a pleasure to see Damaen Kelly and Ian Dappa, two of our best little men of recent times, putting on this sort of show. And you believe the Irishman is just gauging in front?
Yep, he's very experienced, knows what he's all about. Damaen Kelly, been right the way through it, amateur and pro. Just the World Championship eluded him, and hopefully he'll get a crack at that in the new year.
Yep, he's beaten good fighters like Alexander Mamutov for the European title, so Zolili Mbiti, Jose Lopez Bueno, and Jason Booth at the end of last year in a very even match on paper, and Kelly came out of that pretty good.
Well, Ian Dappa, if he wants to get in this fight, he's got to up the tempo. It's going to change. It's going to take a change in pace, and he needs to go up a couple of gears and take the fight to Kelly. Decent right hand there.
That's the shot he's found some success. The right hand over the top. It's interesting because he had that hard 12-rounder 3 weeks ago. He seems very fit. Will he be sort of match fit?
Well, yes, I think he will. I think he'll certainly be in shape. You know, he's straight back in the gym. He wants to get fights, wants to be busy. And, you know, he's ready. It's just he's in with a very difficult opponent in Damaen Kelly, who's sharp. You know, he's ready for a world title fight.
And the only people who have beaten Kelly, Irene Pacheco, world-class Colombian, and Keith Knox on a head clash, which opened a savage cut for Damaen Kelly. So unlucky with that one.
Napa doing well defensively, and a good right hand. He's picking it up again in this round. He can't really afford to give Kelly the room to work, because, you know, he is so good technically.
Just trying to close the ring down Napa now. Not allow Kelly to freewheel his way around the ring, and solid looking punches from Napa in the sixth.
Yeah, he's trying to exert a bit more pressure with the legs, make Kelly work more. Kelly's still on the back foot using the jab, but Napa's done better in this round.
Once again, slings in those body shots, Napa. And a decent round.
Do your work, relax. As soon as you get in, you do your work. Yeah? Keep walking him down, yeah?
We'll have a look at that. Damaen Kelly's jab really throughout this. That's measuring Ian Dappa. But a couple back from the Hackney stylist.
Yeah, but times he showed a good jab, Dappa. Kelly got more through in that round. But I think Dappa, the jab's something he hasn't got to forget about. He's got a nice relaxed jab, but it works well.
Okay, here we go. Get out here now, Damaen, and you get yourself together. You okay? Yeah, feeling good? Feeling good? Get out and do it now. Come. Get yourself, keep your mind on the draw.
It's a man of few words, Damaen Kelly. But that chemistry with him and Michael Hawkins, very strong. 4 rounds to go. Kelly, we feel ahead at the moment. Is there a way Napa can just build from that good last round and needs to get 2 or 3 together because it's only 10. You know, it's not what he was used to a few weeks ago, Napa.
No, Napa has really got to work. You know, he doesn't want to end up in his career as a naily man who, you know, so much was promised of him from the amateurs. He really has to dig deep, grit the teeth and work for it. Chances don't come that often.
Yeah, he's lost to Jason Booth, Peter Coleshaw, Mark Callahan very controversially, and Martin Power quite controversially. So he's got this opportunity. Can he grasp it down the stretch? He's shown glimpses.
But that's the thing with Ian Dappa. He's always shown glimpses. What we need is, you know, to go through with it and show it all.
Yep.
This is better with the jab from Dappa.
He was a bit like that in the amateurs, boxing for England. Always had the flash shades on, the sunglasses, the outfits. Ian Dappa Napa enjoys what he does in the ring. Maybe not quite in the class of Damaen Kelly. Not many people are, to be fair, but that's a good right hand again. Still trying to work that punch.
Well, you know, he's shown that he's got the moves, he's got the jab, he's got the right hand. You know, but he's got to put it all together with lots of work, up the tempo.
And sustain it.
Yep, Kelly comes back with the jabs, just picks the points up again, but Napa's doing well in this round. There's a nice jab went in there. Kelly's certainly not having it all his own way.
Martin Power's trainer Johnny Eames was saying the thing that Damaen Kelly might find difficult in this fight is the strength of Napa. When they do come in close, as the rounds went on in the British title fight, he seemed to get stronger.
Just puts himself back in there, Kelly, uses the jab to good effect, moves round out of range, gets into distance again, and straight back in. And that's lovely work from Damaen Kelly.
Yep, bobbing and weaving there, making Napa miss. It's an intriguing little fight. And let's see how Nicky Piper's reading things.
Well, I've got Kelly winning almost every round. You know, Napa definitely won, maybe 2. It's funny here because, you know, Kelly is the flyweight, but he looks by far the bigger man, and Napa just hasn't got a punch. He's never stopped anybody in his whole boxing career. So he really needs to up the work rate, and he's just not doing that. When he does that and he chases Kelly around the ring and he really ups the work rate, then he starts to have more success. But I feel he's just following the Irishman around the ring at the moment and just not quite doing enough. But more work rate needed.
Well, Nicky believing Kelly comfortable, 50 to 48 only on the stats. He's surely winning this fight, but Napa's making an argument.
Well, Napa's showing what he always does, that he's certainly, you know, he's got a lot of style. He's a good fighter, but is he good enough?
Flashes from Ian Dappa, but controlled quality from Damaen Kelly. Is that the difference? It's the 161st round of Damaen Kelly's career. 8 years in all he's been boxing, very experienced. It's only Ian Dappa's 17th fight.
Napa trying to work the body with the right hand. Kelly wanting to keep it at long range. That's where he's better.
Ricky Hatton in his big unification match with Carlos Mauser coming Saturday night. We can't wait for that. And I wonder if he's got a half an eye on this. He's a big boxing fan, Ricky, and might even be tuning in to watch these two go to work, because they're boxing well, and it's lovely to see.
Yep, very good to watch when you see two very technical fighters. Kelly using that jab again, really is showing the masterclass with that punch. can see why he had so many honours in the amateurs.
Yet won bronze in the Europeans, represented his country in Atlanta at the Olympics. He was a quite sensational amateur, honed his tools, his skills, and he's brought them pretty well into the professional ring in a good career. Right hand, Kelly. Napa getting a bit desperate.
And what's good is, you know, Kelly could have been disappointed at not getting his title fight, you know, and his performance could have been pretty poor. You know, instead his concentration's been there, really has been very professional about it all. Took on a good opponent and he's winning well here.
Plus, Glenn, there could have been ring rust being out for nearly a year, but he settled from the opening bell. It shows how much work he's done in the gym.
That's right, they've left nothing to chance. You know, he's perfectly prepared. And I'm sure he would have given it a good go had he gotten the shot at the world title.
Beautiful to watch that. He's moving away, moving clear now, you feel, Damaen Kelly. Just tight, lovely boxing.
Yes, we all like to see the big power shots, the excitement of the knockdowns and all that, but it's always good to watch, you know, real good technical skills.
Give me a fresh bottle of water, please. Yeah, fresh bottle of water here. Thank you. He's starting to tire. How you feeling? You're looking, I'm telling you, he's starting to tire, right? So he's getting frustrated again and again, so he's going to have to come and get you. How many rounds is it now? So, this is the 9th. Lovely, that's great. Now, you have 2 rounds to do. You get up and be as most skillful boxer you want to be, right, you've ever been. You get up on them toes, and as soon as he comes, pick him this way, pick him up, I let them go loose, all right? Faint at him, get a reaction, and get them to here. Throw punches more to the chest, even instead of just missing them, because you're trying for his chin, his head's down right away. Go for the chest, feint, hoop, back again, get on your toes, and let's go. Come on, you're the man.
Lovely to listen to that, wasn't it?
Yep, no nonsense. Get up, let's go. I've told you what you've got to do, now do it.
Michael Hawkins there believing that Napa's getting frustrated. I think he is. He's only got a couple of rounds to try and pull this one out. He's just been outboxed, outclassed, really. Not by a long way, but just by the added maturity and roundedness of Damaen Kelly.
Well, to me, it looks a little bit like he's been outpointed by as much as Kelly wants to do. He's boxed within himself. Kelly, there's certainly more there. You know, he's wanting to keep it safe, not pick up any injuries, which is very important for next year. And good boxing throughout this.
Out of range, Napa. Good body shot with the left hook. As Kelly circles the ring, keeps on his toes, flicking out the jab.
Just left hitting the air there, Napa, as he missed wildly with that right hand. Kelly just electing to box. No mistakes, just get through this, get a good win, pick up the points and the payday.
Still light on his feet in the 9th here, Damaen Kelly. Do you think he could have pulled off that very hard-looking world title win in Australia?
It was a tough one, it really was, but you know, this stage in his career, he needs to take the chances. When the opportunity comes, you've just got to go for it, and you know, I'm sure he would have given his best. I think he'd be a lot happier if he can get a world title shot in Belfast.
Yeah, maybe he can get Victor Chinian over to his territory, his backyard. Right hand there from Napa. Just a reminder,
Well, Napa now has to throw caution to the wind. He's got to start letting the shots go, even if they are a little bit wild.
He's got nothing to lose here, Ian Dappa. Took the fight, knew he was the underdog. Even was telling us last week in Dagenham that he didn't feel he'd probably get the decision, even if he won it. But he still proved in the last couple of fights, Napa, that he belongs around this sort of company.
Just working the same way this round, yeah? He don't want to fight, so you force the fight on him, right? Don't give him a minute's break. Force him all the way, man. Force him all the way. Let's go. Let's concentrate on what he's doing, right? Back out on his arse again, yeah?
There's a big smile from Ian Dappa. Is he concentrating? As you can see, the statistics are moving away from him. And the fight is, Glenn.
Yes, it is. He's got an awful lot to do. He's got to try and get a stoppage, and for someone that's never had a stoppage in his professional career, that's going to be hard to do. But he hasn't disgraced himself, Ian Dappa. He's always tried hard against a very good Damaen Kelly. 5 points ahead on my card. Kelly going into the last round.
Well, does Ian Dappa need something he's never achieved, a knockout? We don't know. Keith Garner, the referee, will decide should it go to the final bow, but it's been a good exhibition from Damaen Kelly, professional and focused and polished, and mostly behind that jab. Look at this now.
Well, the Kelly camp will be happy with their man's work. He's done a good job, good technical skills. Always just done that little bit more than Ian Dappa.
He's been a bit sharper and faster too, as well. And his skin's held up.
Well, he's never really got that involved in close, which is good. You know, I'm sure he didn't even want to risk anything like an injury here.
Dappa still chases, gets his gloves up.
But the defenses are still good from Damaen Kelly.
Hard ask for both men tonight. Kelly could have been flat after the world title shot fell through. Dappa, having had that 12-round cracker with Martin Power to come and do it all again. But they've performed.
Yeah, they have. And Dappa just there was just thinking, where has he gone now? As he missed with a big punch, and Kelly moved out the way so swiftly.
He's back enjoying what he does, Ian Dappa, after a difficult time of inactivity. And Damaen Kelly is back where he belongs to, controlling a ring and proving very, very hard to beat.
Well, even in the last, he's trying to get in distance, get in range, Dappa, and get the shots on, and he's having some success working the body. Maybe should have done a little more of that early than winding up a big, wild right hand.
It's a fast finish from Dappa, but is it all too little, too late? He bundles Damaen Kelly over. It's been fought in such a lovely way, clean, precise, crisp, quality boxing. Keith Garner has not had to get involved at all, but he will have to decide that Damaen Kelly is the winner. Big smiles, big respect between the pair, and Glenn, right decision.
Yes, of course. Very, very good win there for Kelly. Dappa pushed him and did quite well. You see the punches landed, 85 for Kelly, 64 for Napa. Decent success rate.
But the feel of the fight was a little bit wider than the stats there, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Kelly, it was the rounds he was winning. He was doing enough to win most of the rounds. Napa tried hard and put up a good performance.
It was a win. He had to grind out Kelly, and he did more than that.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of boxing, referee Keith Garner has scored this contest. For Napa, 94 points. For Kelly, 97 points. Your winner from Belfast, Northern Ireland, Damaen Kelly. Bless your appreciation.
So Damaen Kelly
Napa
gets his 22nd win in difficult circumstances here in Liverpool. Good to watch, and we've still got more top action for you.